You will be subject
no,
to
that's the same
Council
one.
Rule 7 for free meeting to subject to Council
So that way it's reflecting mirrors. You got the
Rule 7. Starting with Mr. Khan holding his mirror up. The gentleman who's sitting next to Mr. Khan, the person sitting in front of Mr. Khan with a mirror, they need to be removed.
they're flashing mirrors in his face. So that way it's reflecting mirrors. You got the cops in there already. Oh boy, let's go.
Khan,
Look at them, the
please
big
leave
mirrors.
quietly. You've been ordered excluded.
They're using mirrors inside to flash them.
Mr.
Yesy,
either
let's go. Thank you. Yes.
Dane or Codney, please be quiet. Stop shouting.
I'm not just whistling Dixie, no. I'm singing you a Bayou serenade, I guarantee.
It's as loud as it'll go.
Oh, gentlemen there.
The
please
gentleman
stop
who's
shouting.
standing on the left has been warned multiple times. He's ordered excluded from the meeting pursuant to Council Rule 12.
Multiple.
He's subject to Council Rule 7.
Multiple.
The two women on my left, again, are actually disrupting the meeting and are ordered excluded pursuant to Council Rule 12 and are subject to Council Rule 7.
There's three. Oh, there's three. Yeah, well, we'll wake and bake time. I figured I'd come and see you guys a little bit beforehand. Before we're on tonight at 9. Huh, thanks. The mirrors were to flash him in the face. They were using them
So
just to...
for everyone
you know?
who's watching at home or
That's it.
waiting on the phone, again, I apologize that the members of the public are being delayed in their ability to participate in this meeting by 10 or 15 people who are intent at every meeting to come and try to disrupt the work of this council. I can assure you that will not happen. The work of this council will proceed.
Happy birthday, Tiff!
Happy birthday, you thing from another world, you.
Happy birthday!
And for the record, this time,
Happy
the
birthday, Tim.
disruption was not only shouting, which is continuing now, shouting and chanting, but it was also holding up mirrors and shining light into my eyes and into the eyes of other members of this council so that we couldn't see.
Ah, look, he's still got the mirror back there. You see him looking in the way back.
Policies are still
You can
shouting
see him.
as they leave, keeping us from doing our business.
They're still shining us. They're still shining, keeping us from doing our business. You mean just endlessly babbling about what you think you're getting
Still
done?
shouting.
You ain't getting shit done. Shut your mouth, girl.
So the person holding up that mirror there, would you please put it down?
You don't want to see
All
your
right,
own ugly fucking
I've
face?
actually instructed you to do that multiple times. That person needs to be removed.
There's four.
It's causing an actual disruption of the meeting because it's interfering with our ability to concentrate because they're shining light in our eyes.
I couldn't
So
concentrate
want
either if
that
I had to
person
stare at my
removed.
own ugly fucking face all day.
So you are intentionally disrupting the meeting by flashing a mirror in people's eyes. You need to leave. You've been ordered gone.
And the person,
You've been ordered gone. You've been ordered gone.
Hey, Mr. Kadani, please be quiet. You're shouting. You're disrupting the meeting.
Shouting.
yes, actually you do. Be silent or you'll be removed this minute.
Ooh.
Okay, sergeants, the gentleman in the first row needs to be removed as well for continuing to disrupt this meeting. No, the person, no, the person to the right.
Mr. Kadani, he's the one in the black and yellow.
That's 5.
The person who's still yelling at the city attorney. The person who's yelling at the city attorney needs to be
He's
removed.
wearing, Mr.
This-
Kadani's
this
wearing a
gentleman
black
right here.
and yellow. The
Black
president
and yellow,
ordered
black and
removed.
yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Shout out to Wiz.
Wearing the white mask, standing up now. He needs to be removed.
And of course the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, Kenny Pickett's starting to play. Last 2 games.
You're
turning
still
it
shouting.
around.
You've been instructed to sit silently, and you are ordered again removed from this meeting.
Is that 7?
You will be subject
Oh, no,
to
that's the same
Council
one.
Rule 7 for future meetings.
So now I think it's Kadani, is shouting as he leaves loudly and disrupting the business of 4 million people in the city.
And sergeants, I know that you're tied up as he continues to shout and disrupt the meeting as he's being escorted out. The person who's holding up the mirror
Support.
also still needs to be removed.
Oh, it's getting good, Billy. They won't let the people speak unless they're under their hammer. They get under their thumb and speak the way they want them to speak and say what they want them to say.
Because you are actually disrupting this meeting under
You don't get to
Council Rule
talk
12
otherwise.
by shining that mirror into the eyes of the council members.
All right, guys, let's.
And you did it multiple times, even after warning. It doesn't require discussion. You are ordered removed. My order stands. You are ordered removed. We're not going to discuss it. You are removed. And is subject to Council Rule 7 for future
And
meetings.
by the way, she's still flashing the mirror in my eyes.
Oh, my eyes!
And
I
now the
see your
same
eyes are
person
hurt so
has
much.
whipped
You're
out her
squinting.
handy cowbell to further disrupt the meeting,
Extraordinary.
even after being ordered removed.
Well, that way
I
she
got a
can make
fever.
more noise as she's being
And the only
escorted
prescription
out.
is more cowbell.
So again, to the members of the public who actually want to participate in their city council meeting, I apologize that we can't proceed as long as this handful of people is continuing to be intent on disrupting our meeting.
Oh, they're definitely
So
soyed up.
we're dealing with the situation as expeditiously as we can, and then we'll go ahead and proceed with this meeting and with your opportunity to participate in it.
That's what I'm saying,
My
Gold
apologies
Token.
to everyone in
Gold
the public.
Token. Golden Token. Where the fuck's Big Buddy Griff? Shout out to all the soy boys in there. He's shining mirrors in my face and I can't see stuff. There's still somebody in the mirror. See the mirror all the way in the back? Look at the very top left of the corner, guys. Very top left of the screen. You'll see still somebody in there. You see? See the mirror back there? And there's a cop right in front of him or her. I think it's a lady. She's still slowly getting pushed back. He's just doing the slow push. She's getting as much in as she can. The glint. The glare. I can't see. Well, none.
So just for the record,
Normally we
so
watch
this person
police
is
chases.
still walking backwards slowly, ringing a cowbell and flashing us with her mirror, and keeping the city council from doing the work for 4 million people who live in the city.
No. Don't blame it on her. You ain't done shit in this city. I've lived in this city my entire life, many decades, motherfucker. You ain't done a fucking thing. Don't put it on her. Don't you dare put it on her.
And she's still
Motherfucker.
ringing the cowbell on the way out.
Okay? This show's about police chases and other crazy news happenings. Now, sometimes I do get on when LA City Council meetings come in and they try to lie to us, our faces, and blame it on the general public that's maybe being disruptive. Yeah. And they blame it on that. When
And
in
she's
reality,
still
all these
shouting,
people are
flashing the
fucking.
mirror and ringing the cowbell.
All these people protected the racists that were in their group. Why? Because they're all the same group. We're not going to get into politics, but
And she's saying she'll be back as she leaves.
good. I hope
Well,
she's there
and I
every
guess we
fucking
should
day in your
establish
office.
for the record, Mr. City Attorney, that she has also shouted, "We'll be back" every other time she's been ordered excluded from this meeting as well, which has been multiple times now.
So clearly what her intent is to come to the meeting to disrupt it.
That's right.
all.
And it's good. And that's her fucking right,
Right.
as a
Madam
citizen,
Clerk, where
motherfucker.
were we before that
That's her
extended
absolute
disruption?
right.
I believe the council would like to reconsider items 7 and 28.
So let's go ahead and vote on.
Remember, guys, there's still
reconsideration first.
people in the chambers, and
Open
all
the
the
roll.
call-ins are coming in.
Close the roll. Tabulate the votes.
12 eyes.
So those items 7
Just
through
woke up,
28
not even
and
high
item
as all. This is the
31 are
first
now
bowl of the
before
day,
us
Logan.
again on reconsideration.
This is
On
me.
those items, let's
Sober.
go ahead and open the roll
This
close
is me
the roll.
early morning with
and
coffee.
tabulate the votes.
This is coffee, Damon.
All right, Madam Clerk, what's next?
That's an auto mod, OG. So you're just talking about
I think
a bot.
next we will go to the fair hearing.
Be mad at
members.
Twitch. Those aren't our mods.
Yes,
It's
Mr.
not me.
President. So
All right.
this is items 4 and 5. And we should begin by seeing if the appellant is in the room. I believe the appellant's name is Mr. Edgar Kaladian.
Oh,
Are
Edgar.
you here? All right. If you would be kind enough to please come to the podium. And so, members, if I can remind the members, this is a fair hearing matter. I request that you please take your seats. And
I
that
do
you
have
pay
mods, but
attention
they didn't do
either
that.
To the person speaking or
It's
to
an
the
auto
screen
mod.
in front of you. Right? And Mr. Claudin, you'll have
What's up, two? Fuck.
Applicant, not the appellant.
you're with the applicant. Okay. Let me just see. Is the
The sale or dispensing of alcoholic
my
beverages on
apologies.
site.
Let's see, is the
Term.
appellant here, Mr. Carrera? Okay. Let's see. if we
There's
can
the
get
items here,
appellant
guys.
On the
We're
phone.
talking about. Increasing in 50,000 square foot or more of non-residential.
So we'll. It appears the appellant's not here in person, but that's fine. I think he's on the line, so we'll grab him very quickly. Again, we'll still be in a fair hearing, members. So please listen to the person on the phone. And if we can't get hold of them, then we'll take the.
Hopefully they'll bring their
Let's try to
mirrors
get
out.
the phone.
See, people still screaming. Still people in there. Pissed. Yeah, boy. I love it, man. Sometimes it
Bear
gets
with us
rowdy.
Just one moment while we try to get the person on the line.
Yep, Collins are starting here soon. Yeah, the pony rides have been banished, so no more pony rides. They've decided to not renew the lease of the
All right,
people
I
that
don't
were
think we
running
have
the
it right now,
rides.
So what we're going to do is we will go ahead with the applicant. So come
Every
back up
Tuesday
to
and Friday,
the
Rob.
podium, Mr. Claudian.
Well, if the appellant is not here, should we hold this matter on the desk for... Okay, well, let's go ahead and hear then from Mr. Claudian, and we'll try to get the other person on the phone.
And we'll
They're
set
not
the clock
free
for
range,
5
that's the
minutes.
problem.
The time is yours as long as you're speaking on topic and you're not repetitive. You won't be interrupted. And again, members, please pay heightened attention to the speaker or to the screen in front of you.
Mole.
Which is just a video. So please be answering.
Thank you, members of the council. My name is Edgar Kaladian. I am with Mayor Brown and here today on behalf of the applicant. We are really excited to present this environmentally superior, pedestrian-oriented project to you, which will reinvigorate this underutilized property with ground floor restaurant uses, including outdoor dining areas, office spaces above, significant landscaping throughout, and planting of street trees that will provide shade and public benches around the project site. The property today consists of a large surface parking lot with some retail and office uses, so we are able to redevelop the property without displacing a single residential unit. The project was designed specifically to accommodate an entertainment and tech-oriented tenant in a post-COVID world, which is partly why there is significant landscaped outdoor space, primarily fronting Sunset. Attracting entertainment and tech-oriented businesses to Hollywood is vital to the entire city's continued success. What we are most excited about is the fact that you today have the opportunity to approve the first ever all-electric office building in the greater Los Angeles region. As we all grapple with global warming and while the City Council is working on citywide policies, we are proud to voluntarily go all-electric, with the exception of cooking gas used in the commercial food operation. The urgency surrounding the
Not
climate
that gas.
crisis compels us to take this important step now,
Can't
even though
cook.
we are not required to.
Can't cook
We
with
hope
gas
that the
anymore.
precedent that we collectively set today with your leadership becomes a standard in our great city moving forward.
Only
We
electric
stand before
cooking.
you this morning to say that we will do our part, considering that gas used in buildings is a significant source of greenhouse gas emissions. There are multiple health, climate, and economic benefits associated with transitioning to all-electric buildings. For all of these reasons, the City Planning Commission unanimously approved the project.
Justin,
we have broad
refresh.
support from the community and have worked diligently to address any concerns brought before us. We also took a proactive approach with respect to public outreach. We have met with many stakeholders and business owners, including the appellant, on multiple occasions. The project was redesigned based on input received during all of these meetings. With regard to the frivolous appeal, the administrative record contains substantial evidence supporting the city's approval of the project and certification of the EIR. On that note, the appellant did not appeal the City Planning Commission's unanimous approval of the vesting track map, or its certification of the EIR. The appeal is limited to questioning the enforceability of a few conditions. The conditions of approval, including the all-electric condition, are enforceable. Furthermore, the appellant has raised the questions of community benefits, and I am more than happy to discuss the project's community benefits with you today. I won't even mention the fact that we have entered into a full project labor agreement ensuring good-paying local jobs, or the fact that the project is the city's first ever all-electric design, the LEED gold standards that the project will meet, or other environmentally superior features that are included in the project. The project will pay the city over $2.5 million towards the affordable housing linkage fee, approximately $350,000 in school fees, and nearly $700,000 in art development fees. Just for these three items, the applicant will pay over $3.6 million in fees to the city. The project is also going to generate over 2,000 union construction jobs and over 3,500 permanent jobs. In conclusion, the appeal lacks merit, and we respectfully request, based on the evidence in the record before you today, that you deny the appeal and approve the project. Thank you, and I am available to answer any questions.
Of course gas is better. Who the fuck wants to cook on an electric
Let
stove?
me just check.
Unless you have
Do you know
to.
whether the,
And that's what they're forcing you to do.
appellant is on the line yet?
Land of the free.
It appears that
No plastic straws, no plastic
so let's
bags,
go ahead and, ask
no
Mr. Carrera to go
no
ahead
gas
and speak.
stoves.
So, Mr. Carrera, can you hear us?
What else have we banned?
You may need to press star
No bump
6 to
stocks.
unmute yourself, Mr. Carrera.
We can go forever with what we've banned here. But we're in the land
Please
of the
state the items you'd like to speak on.
So, Mr. Carrera, are you there?
What the fuck?
So, Mr. Carrera, if you're on the line, please press star 6 so we can hear you.
Star 69, look at the cops right there sitting there.
Hello.
Hi, are you Mr. Carrera?
Hello, this is.
Hi, are you Mr. Carrera?
am.
Okay, so we're talking about items 4 and 5 on the agenda today. As the appellant, we're going to give you 5 minutes to speak, to say whatever you want about this. We ask only that you be
Me
on
too,
topic
Ulysses.
and you not be overly
I'm wearing
repetitive.
headphones.
And again, members, this is a fair hearing, so please pay attention to Mr. Carrera speaking. So, Mr. Carrera, the floor is yours. Please begin.
Thank you. First, I have to apologize for being late. I came to City Hall and I didn't have a vaccination card since I haven't been there in 3 or 4 years. So I had to speed back to Hollywood, get the agenda up, and get on the line. So I really apologize for that. Talking about speed, the speed which this project has been pushed through the system has been quite remarkable and a little bit curious as well. After the first hearing, it was already scheduled for CPC before the appeal period for that determination was even over.
That's right there.
I filed an appeal, and a CPC was rescheduled as soon as possible onto an already overcrowded agenda. And then after the CPC hearing, the LOD was rushed out, and I filed this appeal that's before you. And the city clerk created a council file prior to receiving any formal notice from the planning department that an appeal had been filed. I filed this appeal on November 22nd, and the council file was created on that same day, but the planning department sent their notice to the clerk on November 23rd, the next day. And at that point, on November 23rd, the project was scheduled for this hearing
That's
today
right.
for
Papers,
the full council
please.
bypassing the Plum Committee. But the council file indicates that Plum waived consideration on November 30th, 7 days after the clerk sent the notice that this was going straight to council. A project of this size, 444,000 square feet bypassing Plum.
Insane.
So on November 23rd, when the clerk sent the notice, what authority did the city clerk have to schedule the project for full council when Plum hadn't yet waived consideration? Aside from that question, sorry to say, but it all seems a little shady from my perspective. Is it illegal? I don't know. I would probably say it's not, but it's further evidence that someone or some people within the city really want to see this project approved as quickly as possible. And that's alarming. After all the corruption that's come to light in the last couple of years about this body and the city and especially the planning processes, that anybody would continue to perpetuate shenanigans like this. So why?
It is a bong, yes.
Why the rush on this project? Well, I do know the answer to that. It's to get this approved before Hugo Soto Martinez takes his seat and has a say, and that is why. Now, the merits of my appeal are that there's procedural defects and the project is missing two entitlements. One, the project is located on two separate properties separated by an alley, using the lot area for the smaller parcel to calculate floor area for the building on the larger lot. This is allowed, but only by a conditional use for a unified development, which this project isn't doing. And number two is a redevelopment project plan compliance is needed, and an RDP suffix added to the case. This project is located within the Hollywood redevelopment plan. It includes an FAR above 4.5 to 1. The city processed this as an administrative clearance, and the code is clear that this project is required to file the redevelopment project plan compliance and not as an administrative clearance. Part of that compliance is to allow the FAR above 4.5 to 1 requires that the project provide community benefits. What's this project offering? A few public benches and a pinky promise to go almost, but not quite, almost all electric, which very soon is going to be a requirement anyway. Now, there's so much this community needs. The lawyer talked about the fees they're paying. Those are just for the project. There's nothing above and beyond that. There should be another $1.5 to $2 million in extra linkage fee for affordable housing for Council District 13. Now, look, I get making deals, and that's how this projects work, and council people support in other councils area. And I'm not necessarily against that, but this project is a bad deal for this community, and it can be fixed, and it can be a better project. I'm not necessarily against it. I want it better. There's a reason that 3 incumbents have been voted off this council, and
they were
right
racist.
here before you in this project. I ask you to reject the ploy before you. Make them seek the correct entitlements. Send it to Plum, even if that means letting the incoming councilman's voice be heard. And since if I have any extra time, I don't know if I do.
You had a little wind up talking about your phone problem, so we'll give you an extra 30 seconds. Please finish up.
Please, finish up.
So
Dude.
a lot of that you didn't hear?
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Go ahead. You have a few minutes, a few seconds.
When I talk about this being rushed through, I have no idea whose or why. It's just been quite obvious that it has been.
Wrap this shit up,
like
B.
I said, I put the reason out there, so I'm hoping that people really get the why, and we can slow down and take another look at this project. There's no rush on this. There's no rush. Let's make a better project.
Wrap that shit up, B.
Thank you, Mr. Crowder.
Don't you need to run home and get your Vax
Members,
card?
That's the end of the fair hearing.
Fucking moron. I was there, I didn't have my card.
Please sit down and be quiet.
No papers, please.
You're
Und
disrupting
Schweizer
the
Diesel. Fucking Nazis these guys are. Can't even get into the room without a fucking card. Says you
All right, so
bent over
we've now
for them.
concluded the hearing with regard
Nazi.
to both the appellant and the applicant, and we'll proceed next to public comment. So, Madam Clerk, if you could please read in the
Yes, mein Führer.
call-in instructions. And, sir, the person who's
Oh,
standing up,
no,
please
bunny.
sit down and be silent. You're disrupting this meeting.
Told you 2 years
Sir,
ago.
sit down. All right, go ahead and read the call-in
I have
instructions.
a brain
please.
in my head, bunny.
Thank you. As indicated on the agenda, members of the public wishing to offer public
And I
comment
have a great nose to smell the shit.
or 5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466.
Here we go. Now
And
the
then
general
press
public's
pound.
calling.
Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID.
I'm calling
When
in.
submitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute.
I'm
Let
calling.
me repeat, call 254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again
Jenny-O,
when prompted
thank
for
you.
participant ID.
Thank you for
Once
gifting
admitted into
subs.
the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to unmute. Thank you.
Thank you, Janie.
To members of the public calling in, when it's your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak on. You have 1 minute per item to speak, up to 3 minutes total, and if you wish, 1 minute for general public comment. Please speak on the items before general public comment. We'll tell you when your time's up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you're not on topic, or if we can't tell whether you're on topic, you'll get one brief warning from me or the president. At that point, you need to immediately get clearly on topic. If you don't, or you stray off topic again, unfortunately, you'll forfeit your speaking time, and we'll move on to the next speaker. The items that open for public comment are items 1 through 5, 29, and 32 through 59.
They gave him the Rip Mike
that's
cover
1
from
through
1970.
5, 29, and 32 through 59.
That
And for
fucking
members
cover.
calling in to speak, when it's your turn, as you were told, an automated